Hey, do you ever wonder what you may need a power of attorney for? I get this question all the time. Matter of fact, just earlier today, a potential client called me and said, "Hey, I think I want to get a power of attorney to hand for so my family member can handle my affairs." And I said, "All right, well, let's talk about it. What exactly are you trying to do?" And this was an older lady, and she said to me, "I need my cousin who lives in another state to handle my affairs when I die." And so I had to proceed to tell her the number one misconception about power of attorneys. And that is that they are no longer effective after death. That's right. So I'm going to get more into that in just a moment, but let me introduce myself. I'm attorney Alexis Hart McDowell. I'm a business and real estate attorney here in Chicago, and I help entrepreneurs, individuals, and businesses build wealth through real estate and entrepreneurship. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the estate planning matters that cross my desk. So, as I mentioned, this older lady, who was quite wonderful to speak with, mentioned to me that she wanted a power of attorney to give to her cousin upon her death so that she could handle her affairs. And I let her know that power of attorneys expire upon death. That's right. Say it with me, you all. Power of attorneys expire upon death. That means the person who is your agent can no longer use the power of attorney once you pass away. I think that is the biggest misconception people have because they feel like, oh, I gave them power of attorney. It's going to last past my death. And that is not the case at all. All right. So then I proceeded to ask her, well, what do you think you need a power of attorney for? She said she has property here and she didn't have any family, no kids, no husband, or they had all passed away. And so she wanted her cousin to be able to dispose of her property. And I had to talk to her about, all right, a power of attorney is not going to do that for you. However, let's talk about some things that will accomplish your goal, such as a deed transfer or a transfer on death instrument, also called a toady. All right. So she was so grateful that I explained these other options to her that would actually accomplish the goal that she set out for, as opposed to a power of attorney. I then explained to her that a power of attorney is excellent if you become incapacitated. Now, incapacitated just means that you're alive, but you're unable to make decisions for yourself. And that's usually dictated by a statement by your doctor, right? And that you need this other person to handle your business affairs for you. And that's a perfect way to use a power of attorney. Again, you're alive, just incapacitated. So that is the main difference. The main misconception about power of attorneys, you all. I want you to take away from this video that power of attorneys expire upon death. They are only good while you're alive. The next thing that we talked about was after her property, we talked about her bank accounts. She said, well, don't I need a power of attorney so they can access my bank accounts? I was like, no, they can't access it with a power of attorney anyway because you're dead. So you have to go to your bank and get what's called a payable on death statement on your account. Okay. What you do that while you're alive and you go to your bank and you said, hey, I want this account to go or to someone or for someone to have access to this account upon my death. And it's called a POD, or a P as in Paul, paid on death, right? Payable on death, so that that person can have access to your accounts without having to go to probate. There's some other ways to get access, but it's not as complicated if you do a payable on death with your particular bank, right? Now, as far as some of you all may have brokerage accounts, stocks account, things like that. You simply need to just designate your beneficiary, and a power of attorney won't have anything to do with those accounts. Those accounts go to whoever you designate as your beneficiary. Okay. So I wanted to come on and share this with you about power of attorneys. And if you think you need a power of attorney, whether it's a general power of attorney, a power of attorney for healthcare, reach out to my office. We do these things regularly for clients. We're happy to put one together for you, so that your affairs can be ordered if and when you're incapacitated or you need someone to take over for you during a time where you're unable to do so for yourself. Okay, so reach out to me at enterpriseesquire.com, book a consultation. I look forward to being of service to you. Stay tuned for my next video, which will encompass another question I get a lot, which is, do I need a will? So I'll be speaking upon that in my next video. So definitely stay tuned. Go to enterpriseesquire.com/newsletter and sign up so that you don't miss any of the great information that we put out. All right. Thank you and have a wonderful day.